Hey folks, and welcome back to the Kentucky Hot Wheels video series. In this video, I'm going to be swapping out the taillights on our 2023 Gladiator. Just to be fully transparent, when I first saw these taillights, I didn't like them at all. They looked really bland to me. It just didn't jive. However, over the last year or so, they've actually really grown on me. And after seeing them installed in real person, I loved them. I mean, they just looked like they were supposed to be there. As you can see from the beginning of the video, I've had all kinds of different taillights, different brands over the years on both of our Gladiators. The Oracle taillights I really liked. The flush mount taillights I really did like. Never had no problem that a lot of people seem to have with the LEDs going out in them and stuff. The latest ones I'm running now are the Wolfstorm LED taillights, and I really like them as well. I liked them because they were smoked, and I have the smoked LED headlights, so it kind of went hand in hand. But I've not had any trouble with them either. As I mentioned earlier, when I got our current Gladiator, it came with the halogen package, and the halogen package is really bad. The light is horrible. You can't see anything. So I already had a taser, so I went and replaced all the bulbs with LED bulbs. And again, I had no trouble, no issues with them whatsoever. So anyhow, I seen these again, and I decided to go ahead and give them a try because I really do like the look. I ordered these directly from Combat Offroad. It only took a few days to get here. Would have got here sooner, but UPS kind of delayed the delivery. That's a whole other story. But anyhow, I've not opened them yet, so we're going to open them together and see what they look like, and we'll go from there. Now you know me, and if you've watched some of my previous videos, you know that I judge a product a lot by the way it's packaged. I thought it was kind of odd that it was shipped in the Combat Off-Road box, but hey, whatever, that's fine. It does appear to be very well packaged. You'll have to excuse some of the external sounds. I'm inside today because we're having a bit of a snowstorm right now, so I'm not working in the garage. Okay, one thing I can mention with these, because I already knew beforehand, is, I'll show you here in just a second. With these taillights, the little, what do you call them? Little nubby things that slide into the body of the tail of the bed. These don't come with those. You can take them off your existing taillights if you want, and I'll show you that when we go to put these on. Or you can buy the kit from Combat Off-Road. They make their own kit to put in there, so you don't have to take them off your OEM taillights or other aftermarket taillights if you don't want to. One other thing too with these is this ballast resistor here. I will be removing it, and it should come with little plugs. Yeah, you see these little plugs here. All right, I'm sorry if the lighting's bad in here. But anyhow, when you take the resistor out, you just use those plugs and plug the connector. So we can go ahead and do it on this one. Take the resistor out. Take a couple of these plugs and just plug them up, just like that. And that's it. I'll probably tie these up a little better than they are, but it is a direct plug and play. So first glance, quality looks really good. No issues there. I would like to get them installed today, but like I said, we're having a bit of a snowstorm here, and conditions aren't the best. So I'm stuck in the basement working in the Hot Wheels room, actually. Some of y'all have seen the Hot Wheels room before. But anyhow, back to these. They are aluminum. Everything looks really good on it. Got the little gasket to seal it up. So hopefully here in the next day or so, it'll be decent enough outside to go ahead and get these installed. I hope so. When we get to that point, I'll bring you guys back and we'll get these installed and see what they look like. As always, if y'all have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments and I'll certainly answer them. And I look forward to getting these installed. Okay, we'll see you guys in the next day or so. Okay, so it's a couple days later and we got a little break in the weather. So I think I'm going to go ahead and install these taillights. We've got more snow on the way. This is kind of uncommon for where I live in Kentucky. We usually don't get snow like this, but we've had ice and snow. So since I'm out here braving the cold weather, I think the video deserves a thumbs up. So please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Share with a friend, whatever, yada yada. I did manage to stop at the car wash on the way home from work and spray all the salt off the Jeep. It was pretty bad. It was covered like it's never been covered with salt or mud and crap before. So anyhow, I think I'm going to go ahead and take the last couple hours of daylight here and get these taillights installed. I wanted to explain a little bit about this kit with these little studs that you can order from the Combat Off-Road as well. So this is my old halogen housing that came with the Jeep. And as you can see, these little studs here, these little ball studs that go into the bed. And I'll show you that here in a minute. If you've never had your taillights off, it's no big deal. It's easy to do. But these go into little holes that's stamped just to hold the taillight in place. Now you can use these if you want and transfer them to the Combat Off-Road taillights. But since I'll probably sell these or give them to somebody, I want to keep them on there. So I'm going to try to put them on this and see how it works out. I'll probably need to remove these little clips here that these would screw into if you decided to use those. I'm going to remove those, and basically all we're going to do is take these, screw it in there, and put these in place. Not too hard. I'll leave them a little loose for now, and then I'll tighten them up once we get them in there. I'll do the same to this one, and the same to the other taillight wherever I put it. And we'll go ahead and get these installed. If you've never removed the taillights before on your Gladiator, it's very easy. See if I can get through here without falling on my ass. There's the other taillight. Basically 8mm. Take these two screws out here. Oh Lord, it's cold out here. Too cold to be doing this, but I want to get it done. Okay, once you remove those two screws, you're basically just going to pull this out. Now these are the Nordstrom LED tail lights that I put on last year. As you can see, they look a lot like the OEM tail lights. All we're going to do is remove this clip. It goes into a little slot here. You can actually pull it out if you want to. All right, pull that down and it slides right out. So you can see how this has these little studs on it as well, and they go into those little holes right here, and the new tail light plugs in right there. So let me go ahead and get the little stud thingy on the other one, and I'll bring you guys back when we're ready to install. See you in a bit. Okay, as you can see, I've got the two little studs that come with the kit installed. All right, so what we're going to do now is plug this in. It only goes one way. You hear it click, you're in. Now you can slide this right back up into this little guide. May take a couple of tries, but it'll go in there. Oh. My hands are frozen. I can't even feel the guide thing. There it goes. All right, so we want to get everything tucked in here really good. Kind of line them studs up with the holes. Kind of push it forward, just like that. And then all we're going to do is put these screws back in. And it'd be really nice if I could feel, but I can't, so. Oh my gosh. Let me warm my hands up a little bit and get these screws in, and I'll bring you guys back. Okay, so I got the screws started. Got my hands warmed up just a little bit. And we'll just tighten them up. Don't have to be crazy tight. That's it. That's all there is to it. I'll do the same thing to the other side, and then I'll bring you guys back when I'm done. See you in a bit. Okay, one thing I will mention, I should have earlier, when you go to put these studs in, I should take these little clips here off, because you're not going to be using those. Oh. Oh man, it's cold out here. Alright, so when you put these in, you see how you got play in there? Alright, you see that? So make sure you put it as far to the outside as you can. Alright? Instead of on the inside, you want it as far out as you can. That way it will help pull this in and seal this gasket really well. Okay? Again, if you have any questions, just leave them in the comments and I'll answer. So we'll get these in, get this one installed, and I'll bring you guys back when we're done. See you in a bit. Okay, so we're going to call this project complete. First impressions after the install is the fitment is really, really, really good. once you got your little studs in there correctly, like I said, you want them out as far toward the edge as you can. That helps pull this in. As you can see, there's no gap whatsoever, and that gasket really fills up good. So we'll see as far as longevity, how well they hold up. If you know me, I'm kind of rough on these things, and I've gone through a lot of tail lights over the years. But like I said, when I first saw these, I really didn't like them. But once I seen them actually on a Gladiator, I loved them. It just looks like they should be there. Kind of a throwback to the old round tail light days. I'd like to get a better shot, but I'm up against the fence here. But you can kind of see what they look like. We'll see how they hold out. And I'll check in later for an update. Again, if y'all have any questions, just let me know and I'll certainly answer them for you. Again, this video wasn't sponsored by Combat Off-Road, so I'll give you an honest opinion of what I think. But I really, really, really do like the look. It just looks like they're supposed to be there. Okay? Alright, so we're going to call this one done. We've got some deer coming. Hey, deer. I've got a feeder out back, so the deer come and eat in the evenings. Okay, enough rambling. Again, any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll certainly get back to you. And we'll see how these hold up. I'll try to get some good pictures at night with them, or oh shit, or once it's cleared up out here and this snow's gone and we got some spring coming our way. So if y'all have any questions, let me know and I'll certainly answer them. See you on the next project.